Hey man, here's the truth: most men choke on the second a woman goes cold. The moment she stops showing interest, you panic. You text more, explain more, try harder, and that is exactly why she never misses you. Not because you're a bad guy, because you became easy. That's the part nobody wants to say out loud. A woman who feels no urgency around losing you has no reason to think about you when you're gone. She already knows where you are, right there, waiting, watching her stories, liking the selfie, sending the just checking in text she didn't ask for. You think you're showing effort, she reads it as pressure, or worse, predictability. And predictable men don't haunt a woman's mind. Stay with me here, because this is where most men confuse attention with impact. Attention is cheap now, dirt cheap. A woman can post one mirror pic, disappear for 3 hours, and come back to a line of men handing out compliments like flyers in a parking lot. Hearts, fire emojis. You're beautiful. What are you up to? How's your day? She has seen that movie before, too many times. What she doesn't see every day is a man who feels the shift and does not flinch. That's the man she remembers. Not the loud one, not the thirsty one, the steady one. A lot of men hear this and twist it into some weak little tactic. So I should ignore her? No, that's still about her. That's still performance. That's still you sitting there with your phone in your hand, pretending to be detached while checking if she watched your story. That energy leaks, and women can smell fake detachment from a mile away. What I'm about to tell you next is the part most dating advice misses completely. A woman does not miss you because you vanished. She misses you because your absence confirms something about you. It tells her you have standards. It tells her your life keeps moving. It tells her you are not built to sit in a waiting room hoping she finally decides you're enough. That hits different, because now your silence is not punishment, it's self-respect. There's a huge difference. If she pulls back and you keep leaning in, you tell her she sets your emotional weather. Her late reply changes your mood. Her cold tone changes your confidence. Her indifference changes your behavior. That kills weight. A man with weight does not swing around because one woman got distant. He notices, he adjusts, he moves on. And here's where the psychology gets real. People don't obsess over what is fully available. They obsess over what slipped out of reach before they understood it. That's why some women don't think twice about the man who adored them loudly, but weeks later they start wondering about the one who quietly disappeared after sensing low interest. Why? Because he broke the pattern. She expected another chaser, another guy who'd stay parked in her notifications, another man who would keep feeding her access after she offered almost nothing back. Then you step back, cleanly, calmly, no speech, no tantrum, no last emotional paragraph, no, I guess I was too good for you anyway, just absence. Now the script changed, and when the script changes, the mind pays attention. Think about modern dating for a second. She leaves you on read Friday night. Most men double text by Saturday. Some send a meme, some react to her story anyway. Some keep orbiting because they're scared that if they stop, she'll forget them. Wrong. That orbiting is what makes you forgettable. The man she remembers is the one who noticed the low effort and quietly removed himself from the board. He stopped reacting, stopped hovering, stopped making himself digitally available. She opens her viewers list. You're not there. She posts something for attention. Your name is missing. She expected easy access to you and found a closed door instead. Now she feels the gap, and that gap is where missing starts. Now hold that thought, because this is where weak men ruin it. They hear pull back and turn it into a trick. They go silent for 2 days, then crawl back with, "Hey stranger," or they stop texting but start posting gym selfies hoping she'll get jealous, or they disappear while secretly building their whole day around whether she notices. That is not power, that is theater. Real distance has no audience in mind. You are not pulling back to make her react. You are pulling back because low interest gets low access. That's the rule. Simple, clean, masculine. And once that becomes real for you, everything changes. Because now if she doesn't care, fine, you're gone. If she does start wondering, fine, she can come find you. Either way, your dignity stays intact. This is what separates the man women date from the man they can't quite shake off. The first man performs to be chosen. The second man lives in a way that makes choosing him feel earned. That difference is everything. A woman will rarely miss the man who made her feel crowded. She misses the one who made her feel a sudden drop in energy when he was gone. Not because he played games, but because his presence had shape. He wasn't just another guy sending messages. He had rhythm, standards, restraint, a life. When that kind of man exits, the room changes. That's impact, and impact is what echoes. You need to understand another layer here. A woman being not interested does not always mean the same thing. Sometimes she's truly not into you. Done. Over. No mystery there. Sometimes she is mildly curious, but your over-pursuit kills the spark before it can grow. And sometimes she likes the attention, not the man. She keeps you close because you're useful to her ego, not because she sees you as a serious option. That distinction matters, because if she is truly uninterested, your absence gives you clarity. Good, you needed that. If she was mildly curious but unconvinced, your withdrawal may finally create the space where she starts to feel your weight. And if she only liked the attention, removing it exposes the truth fast. Either way, you win. Now listen carefully, because this next part is where men either grow up or stay stuck forever. The goal is not to make every woman miss you. That's ego talking. The goal is to become the kind of man whose presence has value and whose absence reveals it. Big difference, because once you get obsessed with making her feel something, you're still trapped under her frame. You're still centered on her reaction. Stoicism is the opposite. Stoicism says, I will act in line with my standards. Whether she notices or not, that's where your power comes from. Not from controlling her mind, from controlling yourself. And that self-control is rare now. Rare enough to shake people. Most men can't handle uncertainty. The minute a woman cools off, they start negotiating with reality. Maybe she's busy. Maybe I should try one more time. Maybe I need to show her I care. No, stop. If the energy is one-sided, read it, respect it, then step out. No drama, no begging, no lecture. Silence, in that moment, is not weakness. It is emotional discipline. Now let me show you what this looks like in real life. You meet a woman, strong first conversation, good eye contact. She laughs, she seems engaged. You text later. Her response is slower now, shorter, flat. That's your signal, not to perform harder, not to pitch yourself harder. To match reality. You lower access, you stop chasing momentum that isn't there. You get back to work, training, money, mission, your people, your life. A few days pass, she checks your story. Then again. You didn't text, you didn't ask why she went quiet, you didn't send a safe little feeler message. Now her mind has room to work. Not because women are magical, because human beings notice contrast. She expected pressure and got poise. She expected need and got distance. She expected noise and got silence. That contrast is seductive, and I'm about to tell you why this works better now than ever before. Modern dating has trained people to drown in stimulation and starve for meaning. Everyone has options on the surface. Very few have substance underneath. So when a man shows restraint instead of chasing for crumbs, it lands with more force than it used to. It doesn't just look attractive, it looks uncommon, and uncommon sticks. That's why some women start peeking after they cooled off. They view your stories again, they send a lazy hey, they react to something random days later. They test the water, not because you begged them into it, because your absence forced them to sit with a question. Did I misread him? Why did he stop? Was he actually different? Did I lose access? That question can bother a person longer than affection ever did, because the human mind hates unfinished business. That's the real mechanism here. Not manipulation, not mind games. Unfinished business. A clean exit creates more tension than an emotional speech ever will. The speech gives closure, silence doesn't, and closure is comfort, wonder is not. But hear me clearly. Sometimes she will not miss you. She will not reach out. She will not care. Good. Let that truth sober you up. Better one clean fact than 6 months of fake hope. The point of stepping back is not just to create curiosity. It is to expose reality before you waste your life chasing somebody who already decided. A strong man can handle clarity. A weak man keeps auditioning. That's why walking away is bigger than attraction. It trains your nervous system to stop begging for what is not freely given. And once you build that muscle, women feel it without you saying a word. You stop over-explaining, stop hovering, stop leaking need through every interaction. Your energy gets quieter, heavier, cleaner, and that, more than any line, is what makes your absence matter. So when does a woman actually start missing you? Not when you send less, not when you play cold, not when you run some little timing strategy. She starts missing you when she realizes your attention was not automatic, your access was not permanent, your presence was not cheap. She starts missing you when the gap between what every other man gives freely and what you quietly withdrew becomes impossible to ignore. That is when curiosity turns into replaying. Replay turns into checking. Checking turns into reaching out. And by then, the frame has changed. You are no longer the man trying to prove your worth to her. She is the one stepping back into your space hoping the door is still unlocked. That's the shift. And if that shift never comes, then you lost nothing worth keeping. Remember that. You do not build your life around being remembered by women who were unsure about you. You build your life so solid that uncertainty from others stops meaning much at all. The mission, the body, the money, the discipline, the calm, the ability to take rejection without folding into self-doubt. That is the real work. That is the work that makes your silence hit harder because it comes from a man who is full, not a man who is starving. A starving man goes silent to get fed. A full man goes silent because he has nothing to chase. Be the second man. So, the next time a woman pulls back, don't rush in to save the connection. Don't turn into customer service for your own value. Don't start performing. Read the room. Respect the signal. Step back with dignity. Let the space speak. If she feels it, she'll come closer. If she doesn't, you just saved yourself months of humiliation. Either outcome serves you. That's the mindset, because in the end, this was never about making her miss you. Not really. It was about becoming a man who stops throwing his piece at women just to feel chosen for 5 minutes. It was about learning that your power is not in chasing interest. It's in walking away from disinterest without losing your center. That's self-respect. That's control. That's the frame. And once you live from that place, something strange happens. The women who overlooked you start circling back. Some out of curiosity, some out of regret, some because your absence finally showed them the difference between cheap attention and rare presence. Let them wonder. Your job is not to chase the result. Your job is to become the kind of man who can leave the table the second the respect drops and never feel the need to explain why.